All right, The Last of Us episode 8, and gosh darn it, a banger, I'll tell you. This was...
Right up your alley.
Oh, man. Oh, boy.
The disappointment you felt in the last episode coming into this.
Never existed. Gone. Gone. Do you know what? It took whatever review system I was looking at that's giving it low marks for that last episode of episode 7. Episode 8, I looked conveniently right before we sat down for this, and I'm like, good. Could go a little higher. I think it's like a 9.5.
Man, I don't ever look at these.
Oh, so, dude, it's great because I like to see what the sheeple say.
Yeah.
And, but no, this episode, my God, it had literally everything that I could ask for.
And it didn't Walking Dead you for 12 episodes trying to get to the climax.
My God, I was a little worried about Joel. A little sketchy.
I was too.
I liked how Ellie, just manned up, I'll say. And she...
More than a little bit.
By the end of this episode, I don't know what it was. I really liked her. I grew with her. I fell in love with her. I'm not sure what it was, but she was amazing. It was amazing because she knew what had to get done, didn't give up on Joel, and that was last episode. Hunted a deer, impressed, color me impressed, and met a dude who ended up being, dare I say it, which the church has a bad reputation for.
Yeah. Demonetized.
I don't know how else to say that nicely, but
it was more than that though. It was he was a pretty sadistic human. When you
you
first met them though, what did you think of the group?
The people looked weathered. He oddly enough didn't, which I found kind of strange. Like all the other ones looked straggly and malnourished.
How soon were you able to piece together the cannibalism?
It took me a minute because I knew something was wrong with him. Of course, I immediately went to pedophile because the way he was talking to Ellie. Mm-hmm. Not initially like when they were, because they were out hunting the deer. They met her, and
did you think it was possible that they were going to be just normal people?
A little bit,
yeah.
Because he was so welcoming and warm.
That's the ones you got to be afraid of.
And you know what? You're right. Yeah. You do because what's wrong with this world?
They're trying to convince me that they're nice.
Too much.
Yeah. When the girl was crying and they were in the town in the restaurant and
the start.
Yeah. And she was crying about the fact that her dad had died. You realize that he made her eat her father. When they were eating that, she was eating her father. The reason they couldn't bury him till the spring was because they already killed him. And Joel never killed that dude.
Though.
No, everyone in that town had suspicions. Remember when... the guy who was his right-hand man...
Yes.
He played Joel in the video game. He was the main character of the game. When he brought the venison...
Yes, and it said it's venison.
And they all looked very weary, and they were all hungry, and she looked, and she didn't seem happy that she was going to be eating.
She knew.
It's because they were eating anyone who had died.
Is human flesh that red?
I don't know.
One way to find out.
I'll send you over to that town. You let me know how you get on.
No, but then it all started clicking. And then when he came back and smacked the holy hell out of that girl, like he should be in that Russian slap competition, he just cocked back a bam. I'm like, ooh, this guy's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
And then he started touching Ellie and trying to move in on her. And I'm like, okay.
That scene when she was in the jail cell and he was trying to poke at her darkness while revealing his own. And when she screamed at him that I was the one that broke your fucking finger, excellent scene for her as an actress. Nailed that scene so well.
The whole panic scene when she was running from him, the way she was trying survival, that was believable. Like, now, granted, she was like some stone cold badass in the jail cell. Then we're going to take you out and chop you up in little pieces. I get a little fear. And then she took that cleaver, killed the dude. I'm like, oh my God.
That was an awesome scene.
And I was like, all right, good. She's getting out. Well, all the doors are locked because that's where they butcher the people that the others can't find what they're doing. So they have to keep it really locked down.
What did you think of the Joel?
She was just smart.
What did you think about the Joel scene where he was interrogating the guys?
Amazing. I was like, you know what? I was sitting there and he's talking and I'm like, okay, is he going to be nice and let these guys? I was like, you can't let them live. And then all of a sudden he stabs right here. Can you imagine?
Oh my, the pain. Yeah, the pain.
It's in there.
So this is what I wanted to talk about with that scene. Because at that time, Joel had no reason to believe that they had harmed her, that they were going to do anything wrong to her. He killed them out of...
You took her.
Out of...
That's my daughter. I mean, she also did prep him, though. Because, like, he was semi-conscious when she left that knife on him and said, people are coming.
She did prep him.
If you come in... Like, obviously, she was, like, explaining this all to him, whether he heard most of it or not.
That is a good point.
And was like, she left, I'm going to
where
distract
he
them.
understood who they were before.
Bad people.
That's a good...
Bad people. So she's so smart.
Analysis there.
She was great, and everything that she did, and that scene at the end with when those two reunited, I was like, oh.
I almost cried.
Melted my heart.
When he said, I got you, baby girl,
Yep.
I was like, whew, ha, got me.
Because she was in panic mode, survival.
It broke her. No, Ellie's broken.
Yep.
That scene, she lost something that I don't ever think she'll get back again.
I mean,
there was a level of innocence that she had. She went from nearly being raped, killed,
but God damn it, she survived.
and in a split second, just like viscerated this guy to the point where it's like,
she should have been a little more bloody. I will say.
I said the same thing. Yeah,
hacking.
Yeah,
for chop after chop.
15, 20?
I would have liked a quick glance over to just see the damage.
What's the carnage look like?
Because that's the sick side of me. I just want to see it.
I wanted to see it too.
But you saw in her face, like
Human
the
soup.
facial expression that she was making. I shook her hand.
Nailed it.
She did great. And then when Joel like grabbed her and she still panicked.
She didn't even recognize him at first, and she had to like calm down as soon as she
imagine
realized
she like glazed over and was just like, get the hell out.
When they embraced and he had found her. What a great scene.
Fantastic.
And a great episode. This was one of the episodes I was looking forward to the most of the whole season.
Now we have
How
one left.
How are they going to do this?
I don't know. I'm nervous. I don't want them to like. I want it to end. You know what? I'm not nervous because they've ended every episode perfectly. One little start and end of a story. They're not leaving you hanging on like that Walking Dead horse shit.
Yeah.
And it's done. I have full faith. You can't tell me that 8 episodes in and a majority of them are rated over 9. And
I'm on the record of there is not a single episode that's less than 9 to me. I know one of them is under a 9.
Just
to
one.
me, even that was a 9.
There's one under a 9 and there's one over a 10.
Yeah, really.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like you definitely like the counterbalance is there.
It's one of the best shows on television for a pilot season, where it's like you start and it's just incredible.
Can you think of a better pilot season for a show to say, "Hey, come watch this show," and you will be hooked? Literally, everybody I run into, you're watching The Last of Us, right? Yeah. Oh, it's so good. The only bad part is I wait till Monday.
I just hope the last episode is a little bit longer than an hour.
I would like it back to the 120. Yeah. I'm good.
And I almost wish this episode was a little longer as well.
They had the possibility they could have stretched out a little bit more.
Played the whole cannibalism thing for about 15 or 20 more minutes. They could have showed a scene where they actually killed somebody in the town.
Yes.
Maybe they were sick and they were like, listen, we only have so much supplies. How much do we want to invest in this person that's going to die? Let's just shank. And
I do like that she used the tomfoolery of she's bit, I'm infected.
I like that
to
too.
Slow it down a little bit, and that saved her.
For her to get like her bearings, like what can I do here?
Yep.
And she got that cleaver, and man, what a cool death scene that was too.
Oh, I would have hated that.
I thought it was a great episode.
It was amazing. I don't know what to say. It was great. It was amazing. My God, if the last episode will be amazing, and I know it. So I said it right here.
Well, either way, we'll see you next week for that one, and then shortly thereafter, come back for the review of season
Can't wait for that either.
1. And
I couldn't even fathom what we're going to review it as. But anyway, you're going to have to come back.
You'll find out soon. As always, like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you for the next episode of The Last of Us.